Hello and welcome to another Geoff Buys Cars video. We are moving into the future. I have bought a new wireless microphone. I don't know where it's gone and I'm scared to use it. So once again, I'm shouting at my camera, but we can do that instead. I have also got a new phone for filming on, but that hasn't arrived yet either. But on the plus side, I have paid my phone bill, so I can now use the internet when I'm out and about instead of hanging out trying to steal people's Wi-Fi. We're old school here at Geoff Buys Cars. Anyway, I tell you what else has been upgraded. My Volvo, it now has an MOT. So what did it fail on? Well, not a lot actually. There's an intermittent ABS light that comes on, and obviously it was on for the first MOT that it went through. It has had an MOT and then a retest, so the ABS light was on. I had the side lights not working. I just hadn't changed the bulbs. I'd changed all the other bulbs in the car and I just missed those two somehow. So as soon as I put those bulbs in, they started working as well. My windscreen washers weren't working as well. I cleared out all the drains. There's loads of video on that. It took me ages to clear it all out. I even ordered a new washer pump and that didn't work either. But what the garage has done today is they've done a little bodge where basically they've somehow wired up my front washers to the switch for the back washers. So now when I click the button on the end of the stalk, which would normally wash the back window, the front windows get washed, and as a little bonus, the back wiper comes on as well. Just to remind you that you've got a rear window. You know, it's like a little, oh, make sure you check your mirrors thing, because you click your thingy and then your washers start on the front and then the rear wiper goes and you go, oh, what's that all about? Bit confusing, but it works. Intermittent ABS sensor, well, that comes and goes. The garage have reset the light. It went through the MOT absolutely fine. It wasn't on as I drove to this beautiful filming location, but it was on when I collected the car from the garage. So who knows? But these cars do eat ABS sensors, the wiring behind the brakes. They do go through them. I'm hoping it's just something small like that, like a wire or a sensor, and not the ABS pump, which would be a bigger deal on these 850s. But that's pretty much it. I've got advisories on the rear tyres. The rear tyres are going to need doing, but I'll do that as a part of refurbishing the wheels, which I'll show you in a moment. There's a battery clamp missing. That's just me being lazy. Car doesn't have a battery clamp, so the battery is insecure. But we're all a little bit insecure, and that's okay. You can be what you want to be. Other than that, I've got advisories on all 4 shocks are leaking, but we absolutely don't have any product placement videos from Monroe coming up. Monroe are absolutely not sponsoring any of my videos coming up, and we definitely won't be replacing all 4 shocks with Monroe shocks in the coming weeks. Can I say Monroe one more time? Monroe, they make suspension bits, including shock absorbers. You should buy some. Was that all right? Yeah, we'll just go with, it wasn't too much. Okay. Yeah, I know I've got to fit them to the car. I've got to go collect them. Well, I've been phoning GSF car parts, but every time I phone it says, welcome to EE, you need to pay your phone bill. So I haven't phoned them yet, so I don't know if they've arrived. Yeah, no, I've paid the bill now, so all right, I'll go there next. We'll go see if they've got them. All right. What do you mean, say it one more time? Monroe. So quite excited about that. But other than that, it's just cosmetics. So let me grab my phone off my hastily fashioned together tripod, which is actually 2 tripods stuck together, because I bought a tripod from a charity shop and I broke it before I even got a chance to go to the till. And I'm not one of these people that would then just put it back and say, oh, I'm not buying this, this is broken, because I'd broken it. So look, I have one tripod duct taped to another tripod. It just works, doesn't it? You know, we're what, 300 videos in and we've got 25,000 subscribers. Yeah, super professional. Right, at the front, the tyre needs a little bit of air. You can see that. I think this one's got a slow puncture. I should have sorted that out this morning. I'll go to the garage next and pop a little bit of air in that tyre. We have absolutely knackered alloy wheels and we need some centre caps. I've got centre caps at home. I ordered them just the other day. Wow, that tyre really is quite flat. Didn't look at that when I jumped in it this morning. Rusty wings, I went to a body shop for a quote this morning. They said it was going to cost me £400 to refurb my alloy wheels, mostly because the condition is so bad. So I said, no thanks, I'll do something else. The wing, I'm not really bothered about at the moment. All of these Volvo 850s have got rusty wings, whatever. I'm not spending £300 on a brand new wing for a car that needs a repaint because it's 50 different shades of gold. So I'm just going to enjoy this car as it is, and I'm going to improve it on the cheap. You know, there are things that I can do cheaply to improve this car. At the front, we have the wrong indicator housings. Volvo 850 people, tell me what these are all about. I tried to fit standard Volvo 850 housings by buying them, but the wiring in the back is all different. So I'm waiting for my friend George to, well, I need to go to his house and pick up the rear adapter plates so I can put it back to standard, because I don't like those indicator housings. But it all works. I have my new number plates on with my green badge. Obviously it didn't wear these to go through the MOT, but I don't like the plates. I think I spent 40 quid on them, but I don't like them. I don't know why. They just don't suit the car. Maybe Alex was right when he said that the font is wrong, because it's the 1997 car and it should have the old style number plate font, but there we go. The back right driver's side wheel is probably the worst one. However, I do have another set of these wheels in my garden. So I think now that I've had the quote for refurbing the wheels, I'm just going to swap out the two wheels on this side. At the back, I need to mount the bumper properly. And the bumper, as you can see, is split and a bit knackered. So, you know, when I went to the body shop earlier on, he said, just get a new bumper for it. The auto gas doesn't work, so I need to have the LPG system looked at. But overall, a good looking car. So let's jump in it and go for a drive, and I'll talk you through how much it's cost me so far, and a little bit about what my plans are for it. 462,000 miles, now freshly MOT'd, drives like a dream. So as I've said, there are a few jobs to do on this car still. There's a lot of jobs to do, but I'm not after a full restoration. I'm not interested in making it perfect. What I'm interested in is making it safe and using it. I'd like to get this car up to 500,000 miles. So now that we have freshly pumped the tyres up, I have another video to make today. I've got two videos to make today actually, both of which are much darker than this one. So I'm going to go park up, I'm going to make those videos, and then you and me are going to go have some cake. How does that sound? Does that sound alright? That means, statistically speaking, smart motorways are 3 times more deadly than all normal roads. A distance-based road user charging scheme, not drivers, not car drivers, not cars, not private cars, road users. That's even you if you're on your horse, because even if you're on your horse, you'll have to map your journey on your app, and you'll have to verify it with the sat-nav, and you'll have to make sure you're using your mobility credits to do so. So all you people saying this is going to send us back to the feudal ages, no, this is sending us to a digital prison in the future. I'd quite happily go back to the feudal times and have a horse. You're not going to be allowed a horse. You're not going to be allowed to go anywhere with this. So check it out. I thought I'd show you my little filming spot. I'll just flip the camera around. So if I reverse the car down this little quay, this little jetty, this little inlet to the river, I can film and you guys can see the boats as they go past in the background. And there's enough traction there for me to pull the car out. Now I do have something funny to say about this little spot. I filmed here a lot in the past with various different cars. And I did a film that never actually made it to YouTube, where I was in a bad mood and I went out for a night drive. And I basically just chatted, and I came down here to see what was going on and to see if I could get down to the water. So I parked my red Volvo 850 here where I'm standing now, and I climbed out and I thought, oh, I'll see if I can get down to the river. But the river had quite recently flooded and all the silt and mud had come up this ramp. So as I walked down this ramp, I got to this point here and then slid pretty much the rest of the way on the mud to the water, and then had to struggle in the dark under a full moon to get back up the ramp to get back in my car. It was hilarious, but I apologise that I wasn't filming at the time, because I would have put that on YouTube. But this is a lovely little spot. I'm quite blessed to be able to come and film down here, and I'll continue to do so long as nobody stops me. It's absolutely lovely, and it's almost getting warm enough to get the paddleboard out and launch the paddleboard from this little spot here. So that's what I'll be doing in future. Yeah, strange world we live in right now, but it's lovely by the river. Okay, so I've moved locations because I'm struggling with the sunlight. There is too much of it, but it is a beautiful day, and you can see that the condensation trails are staying in the sky for an extremely long amount of time. I don't know why condensation doesn't just disappear straight away like it does when it comes out of, I don't know, your boiler at home. If you can explain to me why condensation trails seem to cover the whole sky and then make the whole sky milky, then let me know. But total spend on my Volvo, £600 for the car. I spent £70 on a battery. I spent about 50 quid on odds and sods, and the MOT was 150 quid. So what's that? 900 quid, give or take. When you add everything all in, this car owes me, with an MOT, about 900 quid. It's not really about that anyway. It's about the project. It's about keeping the highest mileage Volvo 850 T5 going and using it for cool stuff. So that's my plan. I'm going to keep improving it and I'm going to keep using it. Now I'm going to go inside and I'm going to eat the cake that I offered you earlier on in the video. I'm sorry about that. Code word if you made it to the end of the video is, Geoff, where's my cake?
Geoff buys cars. Still YouTube's most boring car channel.